everyone, today I wanted to talk a bit about mark making. So yesterday in class we started with a warming up exercise. So I got everyone on their feet and we just created marks, because marks can really help you to loosen up and to create more interest in your paintings. Now, often I think when we're painting, we can often just create the same mark over and over again. So it's really important to vary up your marks. When I teach in my demonstrations, I will show different marks and different ways of painting using different brushes. This can really help you to build up your vocabulary of skills and build upon just kind of being a slave to that same mark. I often see students put a mark down and then it's repeated over and over again, but we need to make sure we create variety. So the first thing I'm going to show you today is just how you can create different marks, really just using one brush. Now, if you can create that many using one brush, you can imagine how many you can create using a variety of brushes. So now we're going to just allow ourselves to play a little bit, and we're going to look at different types of marks and different types of pressure that you can use when you're creating your marks. So I've just got an array of colours. It doesn't really matter what colours you use. So we're going to start with, again, holding our brush in different ways, but we're going to start by creating some different marks. So we've got some zigzags, and we've got some more sort of circular marks. We can create some long sort of linear marks. Notice here, and we're going to explore this a bit more, but this is sort of dry brushing where you've got that kind of broken effect. So if we load our brush up with a bit more paint, then you won't get that quite so much. Then we can explore sort of adding a bit of water and maybe even just using the side of the brush and just getting those lovely long strokes. But as we sort of apply the water, we can allow parts of that to just sort of run down, again creating some really interesting marks. Now we're going to look at pressure, how much pressure we put down, and kind of where we load the paint from. So I've put the paint all over the brush here, and I'm just going to really gently create that lovely mark. See how it runs out of paint? We get that sort of broken effect. So now I'm going to do the same, but this time I'm going to apply more pressure. So you can see how I run out of paint a bit quicker, but I've got a lot more heaviness in the paint at this start of the mark. Again, we can try just lots of small marks. Again, we can apply the pressure and get some of those heavier marks. So this is really just about mark making and just really sort of seeing what you can create. So no finished paintings, no overthinking, just playing. I'm flicking the brush up and down and I'm creating those marks. And I can go at an angle as well. And again, creating that lovely sort of textured look. So get a few colours out, just play. So I can use the side of the brush here to create those sort of more circular marks. I can use the brush at the flat to create those sort of crisper edges. Again, I can flick it up and down. I can move it around. I can hold it close. And I can get another colour and I can move those marks into it while it's wet to create sort of a more blended effect, but I'm still getting those lovely expressive marks. And then I can practice holding it really far away. And again, just have a play. Just load your brush, move it around, and just see what you can achieve and what kind of effects that you can create. Light pressure, heavy pressure. So again, we're just trying those different pressures on the brush. And so I'm really pushing it down and I'm creating some really lovely expressive marks. And then I might just lighten the pressure a little bit. So you can see just one brush has created all those different effects. So practice holding your brush, trying those different effects, trying those different marks and just seeing what you create. Just have fun with it. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy the process of playing. You can even close your eyes and just feel the brush. And I'm not really looking where I'm going. I'm just moving the brush around and just enjoying that process. So the next time you're ready to dive into a painting, before you do that, just spend a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, grab a big piece of paper, grab your biggest brush, long handled if you can, step back and just create lots of marks. This is a really great way to help you to warm up before a session, but also it gets you thinking about the variety and interest that you can bring into your own painting. If you found that helpful, you can subscribe to my channel and pop over to my website. I have loads of resource for you to help you along your painting journey. So happy painting, everyone.